All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back. This is our second NBA season preview. Today we are going to be doing the Pacific Division. We got our guy Zay back. Zay, say what's up.
How you doing?
So yeah, we just gonna go over the Pacific Division. Same thing that we did the first time. Just talk about acquisitions and losses, major storylines, one breakout player, and predict over or under on win totals. So we got a few Lakers fans on here. So I'm gonna start with them. Well, supposed Lakers fans. But yeah,
No,
whoever wants
no
to take
one
it.
here is
Latif.
supposed. No one here is supposed Lakers fan. We're supporting
I
the
say that
Lakers.
sentence without stuttering. See, that's how I know you're
We've
lying.
been supporting the Lakers since 2019. I have personally, so really
All
ingratiated
right,
with the
cool.
culture.
Cool.
Lake
I'm
show.
gonna say the
Anyways,
additions and the losses. I'm gonna say the additions and the losses. All right, so overall season, the Lakers got Christian Wood, Gabe Vincent, Torian Prince, Jackson Hayes, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and Cam Reddish. People decided to leave Cam Reddish off the list, but
Yeah, you ain't
yeah,
say you said
uh,
Maxwell Lewis. You ain't say Maxwell Lewis.
Who the hell was that?
he's not
Oh
playing.
man, come on, man.
and then y'all lost Malik Beasley, Lonnie Walker, Dennis Schroeder, and Troy Brown. So, if
I'll
y'all
take
wanna
it.
get into it?
I'll take it. Lakers had the best offseason in NBA of any team. Obviously, clearly, clear.
You're trolling.
I'm not trolling.
I'm sorry.
What are you
I'm sorry.
talking about?
With the Dame, and what Boss just did,
Yo,
like completely.
yo,
Just,
my bad,
Oh
my
yeah,
bad.
I
My
forgot.
bad.
I forgot about that. I actually
My
forgot about
bad,
that.
my
Boston.
bad.
It's
I
Boston.
forgot. Well,
Make sure. Hey,
they
no,
made.
keep that in the TikTok. Keep that in the TikTok. Keep that in the TikTok.
That's fine.
It's definitely
Well, that's
Boston.
fine. Well,
Keep that in the TikTok though.
not Boston. No, I would say it's more Milwaukee than Boston. If you're gonna say
Boston,
it's
you
but the
tweaking.
Lakers,
They got
You
Drew
have
out.
Boston
you
doing
think
better
Milwaukee.
than Milwaukee.
You think
they
Boston?
got Damian Lillard.
Latif. You think Milwaukee's a better team? I think Boston's a better team. So that's kind of like you probably think they did better because they got Dame. I think Boston's better because they got.
Okay, well, yeah. I actually
keep going.
I wasn't when I said the same. I wasn't thinking about. I forgot about the Bucks and the Celtics. But yeah, they had one of the best off seasons in the entire NBA. But I will stand on this. This is the deepest team in the entire NBA. Do we got any crazy reactions to that? This is the deepest team in the NBA because of what they did in the offseason. Now, Christian Wood, he gives us so much versatility. AD will be able to play the four in two big lineups, and he can still be a roamer, and it's gonna be great just having him there. He looked great so far this season. He's gonna be able to shoot 35% plus from three. He's gonna be able to be a defender this year. I'm trying to tell you, with AD on the floor with you, you're gonna become an improved defender, no matter who you are, no matter how bad a defender you are. If Anthony Davis is on the court with you, you're gonna be a better defender. Gabe Vincent, we know what he is come playoff time. Hopefully, all his powers don't go away once he comes to the Lakers, because we see that sometimes. Hopefully, he can still be a good playoff performer. In the regular season, he's a good catch and shoot. Okay, well, we don't have to see.
I just not even no hate and stuff, bro. I just imagine it.
It does happen sometimes, but he's
a lot.
He's a good catch and shoot player. If D'Lo is struggling, we can throw him in there and he can perform better. Now, Torian Prince, 3-and-D type guy. He looks good in the second preseason game. He's gonna be able to shoot 40% from three. And I don't know if you guys watched the second preseason game, but let's talk about it for a second. The Lakers look so they look so great. Like coming into the season last year, they couldn't buy a three. They were 7 for 10 from three, they first 10 threes. The ball movement was amazing. They were knocking down threes. Still got to work on that defense a little bit, but they're going to be able to shoot this year. They're going to be able to, there's going to be a lot of open space for LeBron in year 21, which you're going to get to later. They got Jackson Hayes, who can be a third string center for us. When I was excited about Jackson Hayes, people was clowning me for a little bit, saying, "Oh, it's Jackson Hayes." But when you really look at it as a backup third string center, Jackson Hayes is probably one of the best in the league as a third string.
No, you were just boasting, if I remember correctly. You were making it seem like he could shoot or something like that.
I never said that in my life. I never said that in my life.
Yes, you were, bro.
Third string center really mean?
It speaks to the to the how deep we are. It does.
Okay.
Jalen Hood-Schifino has been impressing in camp. Was one of my favorite players coming in the draft. I'm surprised he fell to us. Great pick. And then Cam Reddish was left
And
on the
off and
document.
on, stop. When they made that pick, you were not saying great pick. Let's stop there. I think I was the only one
Yeah,
who
I
liked
was.
that pick.
Can we get your
I
view
think
of it?
I
the
don't
Lakers.
think
He's literally a
Q,
liar. He's
Q,
literally a liar.
Q, maybe you were not.
I-
Q, maybe you didn't say that. I don't remember, but I do remember. I said that I liked the pick, and you guys like laughed at me or something.
No, we talked about the draft though. Like me and T, we
I
definitely.
feel like
I
Latif.
don't-
I know
talk
Jay
about
did.
it.
I feel like Latif and Jay.
I wanted
both
Cat
laughed at me,
Whitmore.
so.
Yes, I wanted Cat. Yes, I wanted Cat
What?
Whitmore
No,
at the time.
I
Everybody
like
wanted Cat.
Jalen Spino.
Everybody wanted Cat Whitmore. Everybody wanted Cat Whitmore, but we are an entire summer leagues season, summer away. We got training camp, we got clips, we got preseason games. He's been playing good since then, so I'm higher on the pick. It's called hindsight. Everybody got that. But Cam Reddish, yes, Cam Reddish looked terrible in the first preseason game. I'm not really expecting much out of him this year. I doubt he gets any minutes. I was excited about the move when we initially got him, but honestly, Cam Reddish is not that good. So I'm fine with my breakout player, who I'll be getting to later, playing over him. So I know Jaden got some thoughts about Cam Reddish. So if you want to go into that, Jaden.
This right here is the single reason why Cam Reddish is in the league. I don't know what he does good. Now, back then, I was very high on Cam Reddish. I thought he was going to be a Paul George kind of mold. He's taller, has some defense, just smooth. But he can't. I don't know what happened.
He's not taller than Paul George. Why did you just lie like that?
I'm saying he's tall. I'm saying he's like taller. Like he's a taller
Okay.
type player, bro.
What?
Anyways, bro, it's just he just hasn't shown me any signs. I don't even think he hit the rim for a last game. No, not last game against the Warriors. It looked terrible. Bro should not be in the league. I think Q said he's better than Max Christie. That's terrible.
You never seen
that's
Max
actually
Christie for real at
despicable.
an NBA game, bro.
He's
never
better than
did.
Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish shouldn't even be in the league, bro. Respectfully.
Be for real. Be serious.
That's all my.
Bro,
What
they're
is
never
Cam
gonna
Reddish
take it
good?
serious,
Actually,
bro. They're never gonna take it serious if you're gonna come out here and say stuff like that. Like they just never.
tell me what
are.
Cam Reddish does well.
Everything better than Max Christie.
I'm not sure.
I'm
I'm not about that.
You don't
Oh, yeah,
shoot
that's
better
crazy.
than
Yeah,
Max Christie.
I'm about to say
You
that's a lie. Go on.
But
Now.
that's it. That's it. Like
I think Max Christie can be a good defender, but we're gonna get to that later when I talk about breakout player. So yeah.
But yeah, did you talk about your breakout player?
Nah, I was
we
waiting
get
till
it.
y'all talk about that.
I was like,
About the additions? All right, I'll just get into it. I like Christian Wood. They're gonna have him start.
Nah.
probably
most
not.
likely not.
So who's going? Why are you saying AD playing the four? Who are they
He
going
He
to
said
have?
he said different. He said different lineups. He said different lineups.
Yeah.
You could throw Christian Wood at the 5, but yeah, AD will probably start at 5.
Okay, so what's the starting lineup gonna look like?
The starting lineup is gonna
probably
be
Reeves.
it's gonna be Reeves, D'Lo, LeBron, Rui. I can see people saying Jared Vanderbilt want to start. No, Rui need to start because he's
Rui
just a much better offensive player. Rui and then AD at the 5. So you're gonna be dependent on Rui to guard a lot of fours, and you got to take a step defensively, and on the perimeter as well. But Rui is clearly he's just a much better player than Jared Vanderbilt. I feel like personally. So Rui has looked great.
Looks good. The depth on the Lakers looks good. I want to go back and admit that I was wrong. I was wrong about last year. They proved me wrong when they got D'Lo, when they got Rui, when they got I forgot who else they got. They got a whole bunch of people. When they got Vanderbilt, I was wrong. But the thing is that they still need to rely on LeBron and AD. And I don't trust that going into year 21 for LeBron. I don't trust it. He's old. When I say that I think LeBron is going to fall off, I am talking about health, bro. I don't think LeBron is going to be able to sustain any type of health. In the last 2 years, has LeBron been healthy? Yes or no?
No.
Exactly. AD, well, AD in the beginning of the season, although the team was much worse, he was dropping 50 balls, 40 balls, and they were still losing. But the team is much more improved, but I also do think that they're going to need LeBron and AD to carry the load. And I don't think LeBron is going to be healthy. And I don't think AD is going to be healthy. AD hasn't showed consistent health.
They need LeBron and AD to carry through the regular season.
No, bro. What I'm saying, I don't think they're gonna be able. I don't think they're gonna be healthy, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're gonna be healthy. I don't think they're gonna be healthy. I don't think AD is gonna be healthy. So although the depth is good, they have pieces like Gabe Vincent, D'Lo, Austin Reeves is looking good, Rui's looking good. You need your two guys, and if they can stay healthy, then they're gonna be cool. But I don't know if they can stay healthy. AD hasn't shown me a consistency of health, and LeBron for the past 3 years hasn't shown me a consistency of health. So I'm not finna jump on a bandwagon, bro. It's not finna happen.
Well, I just respond to that was with the reason we got this depth is for LeBron and AD knowing that they're gonna be able to miss games. It's gonna be our nights, like I told y'all last year. Like I told you, y'all laughed. It's gonna be nice where D'Angelo Russell is our best player. And y'all want to laugh at that, but it's gonna be nice that he is. It's gonna be nice where Christian Wood and Austin Reeves step up. We have the best roster in the entire NBA. LeBron and AD does not need to play every game. They're gonna be select games where against trash opponents where they don't need to play every game. They're obviously gonna maybe miss time with injury, but I'm not gonna just count on that. Anthony Davis looks like the best shape of his life. LeBron is gonna be able to rest games because first of all, the new rule just created, he is a exception to that. So they can rest LeBron. So LeBron's gonna be able to get his rest, and they're not gonna be losing games as a result of it. This is a much better team than what it was last year. So that's the reason they got all this depth, so that Anthony Davis and LeBron doesn't have to carry the same load. So I don't know where you getting this notion that that's going to hurt us if LeBron and AD is missing time. When that last season they missed time, and what happened? We made the playoffs and we went to Western Conference Finals.
Bro, if you're not healthy, you're not gonna win. And I'm not saying it's gonna be throughout the regular season, bro. It can happen at the most inopportune time, bro. I don't think that LeBron is gonna be healthy. That's what I'm
But
talking
like,
about. That's what I'm saying. I
I'm
don't I
I'm
don't know
so,
what
but
we're getting at.
I don't know. It's like the same thing with any basket. Like if Jokic isn't healthy, like Denver sucks. Like I don't know. Like preying on the
But
downfall of the
nobody's
Lakers
gonna say
through
that about
injuries
Jokic.
is
I'm saying that because they have a history of not being healthy. That's what I'm talking about. You
You're
can say that.
saying
but
that.
like
You can say that about
Listen,
literally
listen, listen.
the
I
best player on every
understand.
team.
Listen, you're saying that
because
right now about Anthony Davis, but you're gonna turn around in the next couple of season previews and then
yeah, that's
say
what I'm
that
saying.
Zion gonna play 60 plus
See,
games.
that's like this is what I don't understand. Like that aspect. Like Zion has a worse history of injuries. LeBron's in year 21, and like I get it, he's falling off because of his age, but
And
he
he's
might be
still a
healthier
top
than
10
Zion
player in
is.
the
Just
NBA.
be, like
I feel you,
LeBron, people
bro.
said LeBron was gonna fall off year 17, didn't. 18, no. 19, no. 20. Like we're at 21. Sure, maybe he falls off points wise. Yes, he'll miss games because he's older, but like I agree with what Latif and them are saying. Like you brought in these pieces so you can win games with the lineup of Reeves, Rui, Russell, Vando, Christian Wood, like whoever else you brought in. When we talk about people to step up, like I think Max Christie slides up in there. I know they laughed at Q. I think Maxwell Lewis. I don't think he'll be a crazy piece, but I think he'll get
How
some
far do
tips.
you
Like
think
I
the
don't think
Lakers are
he.
gonna go? How far do you think
How
the
far
Lakers are gonna
can
go?
they go, or how far will they go?
Both.
I think they could win the chip, and I think they will go to the Western Conference Finals.
The Lakers are going
Like,
to the finals and winning it.
that's my thing. Like, if it's a healthy
Oh my
team, I'm
lord.
sorry. If it's health, if it's a healthy season, if everyone in the league stays healthy, it's hard for me to not see Denver and LA facing off again. I don't know how you can say that.
Okay.
Like,
it's
it's
fully
hard to.
healthy
I like. See, like Zay. I know I make fun of you. I like the Clippers because I love Paul George and I love Kawhi. But like, it's been a revolving door of pieces out there. We still have never seen Kawhi and PG play at the highest level. We've seen LeBron and AD do that, make it to the Western Conference Finals, win a championship. We've seen this before. So I'm not going to put my faith and trust in the Clippers yet until something goes down. The Warriors, I think, are still a great team. I don't know what I don't know what Chris Paul does there. I don't know what he does. So losing Jordan Poole, I don't like Jordan Poole, but he still put up 20 points a game. I think we'll talk about the Warriors later, but like when I'm looking at the teams, and especially with the Lakers in the offseason, it's hard to not see a healthy Lakers team playing in June for the Western Conference Finals or a finals series.
Can we get your thoughts, Zay? You haven't talked much. I want to get your thoughts on everything that's been said.
Lakers offseason. I'm gonna speak from a non-hater. Okay, I want to hate. Y'all had a great offseason. I'll give y'all that. All right, y'all team. It hurts me to say, our team got better than they did last year. You lost some pieces, but I don't think the pieces you guys lost were like anything that like moves the table. Now, what I will say, y'all aren't winning a championship. Y'all probably will make it to the Western Conference Finals, though. Will y'all win the Western Conference Final? I don't know, but I don't see y'all beating the Bucks or the Celtics if y'all do make the finals. And in the Western Conference Finals, I don't have the Nuggets being there. I have the Clippers being there from a everything healthy. Or we're going from a healthy perspective. The team. What's funny?
All right, look. Hold on.
We're going from a healthy perspective.
Hold on.
I don't know what's funny.
Listen, if the Lakers and the Bucks match up, who got the two best players in the series?
The Bucks.
Giannis is better. Giannis is better than LeBron.
So like you got
What?
like
That's a bad question. That was a bad question.
You would like
Bro, Davis not better than Anthony Davis, bro.
No, he's not.
But you have like two. You have like 2 and like 15, and you have like 7 and 8. You know what I mean?
No. It's more like 2 and 13 and 7 and 8.
Yeah, it's like 2 and 12 and then 7 and 8.
So like I'm saying, if you go like off average, like it's similar. But like I don't know.
Now
What you were saying?
Go for the next. The next best 4 players. Who got them? The Lakers.
Yeah, next two though. If you go next 2, I'm going Milwaukee. But I think the Lakers are like the only
Next
team.
4 is LA.
Maybe Denver can expose Boston. I don't know, but I think LA is like the only team who I think could match up with the Bostons and with Milwaukee. I don't see teams out west really matching up with them well.
But how do the Clippers not match up with them?
Like they don't have the depth the Lakers have. And if you were talking about injury concerns,
they probably got the same amount of like overall depth, but now the Lakers probably like they didn't have like the wings to match up with the Clippers. We got the wings now. We got the wing power to go deal with them.
The Clippers' 2 best players are defensive wings. So like you throw Kawhi on Giannis,
we got baby Kawhi.
Shut the fuck.
Stop.
I'm keep it PG.
Yeah, no, because that's what I'm saying. Like, I do think like the top heavy part of like the top 2 guys on each team. I think Giannis and AD match up well, but like having 2 defensive wings like with the Clippers, again, we'll talk about them later. It obviously helps, but the overall depth, like, who are you guys calling on in the second? Who's like your second unit? You want Brandon Boston to take a jump? You guys trade? You guys get Keon? Or you guys traded? No, you guys don't have Keon anymore. Like who are you guys calling?
They have Norman Powell. They have Norman Powell. They have Norman Powell.
Rocco. They still got Robert Covington.
Batum.
Yeah. Who's your big right now? You guys still playing small?
Zubac.
I can't even remember.
No,
you guys still got Zubac? And Plumlee's
That's
on your
it.
bench. Plumlee's on your bench.
Hey, okay. Anyways, what I was saying about the Lakers, y'all got a good offseason. I see y'all making it to the Western Conference Finals.
All right, let's go major storylines.
Well, I mean, we just kind of talked about a lot of them, but Q, have you talked yet or not?
Yeah, true.
I know you talked about
Chief said everything I was going to say. It was going to sound repetitive.
Tell you so.
We did talk about most of the major storylines already.
Yeah, do over unders and do our breakout players. I think those are both good.
All right, yeah. So the over under is 47. Over under is 47.5. So
Smash the over.
I'll start with Latif since he's first on the screen. So Latif, what you thinking?
It's gonna be hard because I don't know what emphasis we put on the regular season, but I think they learned their lesson last year and don't want to be a 7th seed because then you got to face a tough matchup in the first round. So I think we smashed the over. I think we probably rounded up about 51, 52 wins, top of the West. The Lakers are gonna be a top 3 seed this season.
All right, Zay.
I say the over they got. How many was they y'all had last year? 48, right? 47.
No,
the team got better.
Yeah, it was like 47.
Yeah,
really?
45.
Yeah, y'all did not. Y'all had a
the Lakers have 43.
Oh, are you?
I'm about to say, what are we talking about? I'm about to say, yeah. I thought
it was 45.
Okay, I don't know why I got that.
They snuck in.
Anyways, y'all will be more healthy this year. Y'all probably start the season not 2-10, so I got y'all going to over. I'll probably say around 50-ish, 51. Top. Let me see. And all these teams in the West are going to be. It's all experience. I want to say it's all experiments right now, but it's hard to predict that top 4 in the West. So I'll say probably top 4 to be safe, though.
All right, Q.
Smash the over. Like, smash the over. The depth that we got is just going to allow us to win games because AD and LeBron are not going to miss time together. One player is always going to be on the court. And if you got one of them, you're gonna win games, especially with the roster that we got. And Reeves gonna take a jump. He probably be 18 points per game this year. Smash the over easily. It's gonna be like 52, 53 wins.
All right, next.
Give me the over. I'm not smashing, maybe, I guess. I don't know. Give me like 50, 49, 50. I think they're up there. I don't think they're the 1 seed. I don't think they're the 2 seed. I think Denver will be higher. I think we'll see some other team emerge, like what Sacramento did this year, kind of like not that bad or that good, but we'll see some mid team, I think, play really well in the regular season. I think they get a 3 or 4 seed. I'll say 49, 50 wins. Over.
The Suns will be better than the Lakers in the regular season.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going with the over. Kind of like the consensus of everybody. I'm gonna say like 50. For like 50 seems pretty reasonable. But we can hop in.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Q, can I ask you a question? Why are you so? Because I get what you're saying about the depth, but you're so positive, like everything is just gonna work out to fruition. Why? I just want to know why you think that. Like you're like so like on 2K, this team looks great. Depth wise, oh yeah, I'm playing with the Lakers. They're tough. But in a regular season, I feel like it's so much that goes into it. And you're just super confident that everything's gonna work out how you envision it. I just don't know why you think that. Because their coach is still one of the worst coaches in the NBA, in my opinion. So
no, he's not. No,
Ham
is definitely approved.
One of the worst coaches in the
NBA.
He was still talking about 3-guard lineups, bro. He was literally, it was like a week ago, and he was still talking about 3-guard lineups. He still stinks.
You're just so sure this is going. I'm just like, and I feel you. The players are there, but it just. I don't know, bro. You're so confident that it's just gonna work out perfectly.
Wait a minute.
When we got actual players, it was working, and we got even more actual players. So why wouldn't it work when we seen it work for half a season?
It's fair. You added a lot of new players.
Also, I want to say like the narrative of Darvin Ham being a bad coach. Yes, one was because of rotations. Now rotations is product of having a bad team. So I don't know what you. Yeah, I didn't know what you wanted to do.
I don't care. There's no reason to.
Bro, he has a better team, and he's still talking about 3-guard lineup.
Listen. Darvin Ham has made amazing strides as a head coach throughout the entire season. He progressively got better. You guys actually turn some film on and watch the preseason games. Y'all keep saying preseason games don't mean anything, but if you actually like take some stuff away from it. He was running dribble handoffs with Jackson Hayes. It was just a whole bunch of stuff you could see that he
was that supposed to like excite me?
No, he's using like the players in a different way. Like is what I'm saying. It's a lot
Jackson
more.
Hayes was doing dribble handoffs in New Orleans, by the way. But that's
okay. But we didn't have a player like that last year to facilitate. You know what I'm saying? So like he has the players now. I think he has improved. I think his timeout management is gonna be better. I think his rotation is gonna be better. And that's just more basically probably he has a better team. His rotation got better last year. They literally did.
But I'm asking you, why do you think his time management and timeout, whatever you just said, why do you think that's going to be better?
Because that got better.
You literally say he got better at rotations, but I'm telling you, like it just came out like a week ago.
I saw the clip.
He was talking about the 3-guard lineup.
He's not running 3-guard lines. You can get that out your head. He's not doing it.
But why are you saying that?
Listen, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he was trolling.
Okay, listen. Let me tell you this. So listen, I think he improved a lot of that throughout the season. Bro, this is a head coach it was his first year. Just how we give players time to adjust to the NBA, adjust to their role. We have to give coaches the same time. Like last year in the playoffs, he made good adjustments against Stephen Curry, against Nikola Jokic, putting Rui and on Jokic and then having AD as a helper. Like stuff like that. He's made improvements. Did it work? No, because Jokic is just that good. And the Nuggets just had Aaron Gordon back cut a lot of times. He was wide open. So it was nothing really to do against the I don't think Darvin Ham's coaching could have changed the Nuggets series. LeBron was injured, AD was banged up, and they were just flat out a better team. So, like I said, we saw growth throughout the entire season. It was moments last year where we like, yeah, Darvin Ham, that's a good adjustment. Like, yeah, I like that lineup. So now it's gonna be even more of that. So that's why I have faith in Darvin Ham.
I just asked. I want to get your perspective. I hear you. Do I think it's gonna happen? We'll see. But I just wanted to know why.
One of the worst coaches in the NBA is really strong.
Bottom 15.
No, he still does stupid stuff. But moving on to the Warriors. I'm about to say the additions. So they added Chris Paul. Everybody knows about the Jordan Poole trade, all that stuff. Dario Saric, Brandon Paz. I'm not even finna say his whole name. Usman Garuba. I thought it was Garuba.
It is.
And they got Rudy Gay.
Garuda. Corey Joseph.
Yeah, that Rudy Gay thing was low-key disrespectful. The thing I read was like, yeah, he's going to sign there and he's going to compete for a roster spot. I'm sorry, Rudy Gay should definitely be making that roster over some of the guys.
Especially for a team like them, they need wings.
That's what I'm saying.
Wings.
I don't know if that's like Rudy Gay
they,
like saying that or what, but my fault, Jay.
And then they lost Dante DiVincenzo and Jordan Poole. So
grab it first.
Yeah.
Grab it first.
Yeah, you got it, Max.
I think it's one of the most interesting teams in the league as far as me just not knowing what's going to happen with this team. There's a bunch of question marks. The team obviously heavily relies on Steph Curry. I think that's what's going to be the same thing this year. I think it'll rely more on Steph Curry now than ever. I don't know if we'll see a bigger decline with Draymond and Clay, but I don't know if they can keep up that level of production. They're going to need to call on other guys to fill roles of some sort of production. And I don't know if Chris Paul is this crazy second, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can lead a second unit. I think he can be a good bench point guard, but I really don't know how big of a role I guess you have for him. I know we'll talk about breakout players later, but I do expect a big year from Wiggins. I think when we talk about the duos and stuff, I do think Wiggins is the second best player on that team. What he did in the finals was essential for that team. If he can somehow rekindle that or do what he did in the finals, put up that level of production, I think the Warriors could be a competent team. I think they can compete. But I also love the addition of what's his last name? Brandon Pazminkas.
Something like that. Just call him Pods.
Yeah, yeah.
I was say, what do you mean? Come on, like I don't know how to say it. Anyways, but another Santa Clara product. I love Jalen Williams. I think he will. I don't think he'll exactly fit the Dante's role, but I think he'll try and fill the shoes as best he can. I think it will be essential to the team for him to develop more. So yeah, I think this team's interesting. I don't know. It's all on Steph in my opinion. It's Steph's team, and it's whatever he does, I guess, or however much he carries the team is where they'll go.
We did not say a breakout player for the Lakers, but mine would have been Max Christie if everybody didn't already know.
Mine's Max Christie too.
But is Reeves, you said? All right, so speaking about the Warriors, though, I think people is like, yeah, it's uncertain with Chris Paul. I think I know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. They're going to be a bad rebounding team. They're going to foul a lot, and they're going to be one of the best offenses in the NBA. It's pretty clear what's going to happen here. That was the issues last year. They fouled a lot. They were like middle of the pack rebounding. I think adding Chris Paul, he's an okay rebounding guard, but he was a lot better in his prime. I think the team got worse, honestly. Obviously, Jordan Poole is better than Chris Paul. Now, how they will be using this offense is what's going to be interesting. But I personally think this team's ceiling is pretty low, if I want to say. Like, I think they're going to be a second-round exit at the highest. Like, that's their ceiling, a second-round exit. If they make the playoffs, because I can see this team being a play-in team, then they will lose to the Suns. They will lose to the Lakers. They'll lose to the Nuggets. They'll lose in the second round. And I think that's very apparent here. About their losses, I think Dante DiVincenzo was great for them last year. That's going to hurt their perimeter defense. Chris Paul is not a good defender. He's not a good scorer. The only thing he really can do at this point in his career is play make. And he's not – also, Jordan Poole, what was nice for them is he attacked the basket a lot, where Chris Paul does not do that. So they're going to lose a little bit of that rim pressure as well. I'm not really high on this Warriors team. When we get to the over-under wins, y'all going to see that. But when we talk about the storylines, y'all going to see that. But I'm not high on this Warriors team. I think this is a reset year. I don't want to say the dynasty is over yet, but this season will not be a season that they win a championship. They got to wait another year, try to reset, maybe try to trade Chris Paul at the deadline for something. But no, this team is not going to be that competitive come playoff time.
I hate Chris Paul, so this does not move me at all. Chris Paul on the Warriors. Also, I don't get what his role is also going to be there, because I always said this. Y'all thought I was trolling. On the Suns, campaign was better for them. Don't care. Help move their offense. Offense was faster. Just saying, they won a lot. They won some games when campaign was there in the playoffs too. My opinion. And now Chris Paul in this Warriors offense. I don't want to say the Warriors just play like super fast paces, a lot of screens and stuff. I just don't know where he's going to fit into this. So I guess we got to wait to see that. But Nick Kerr is a good coach. It's better than Darvin Ham.
Steve. That's his son. Steve, come on, man.
I don't even know what happened.
Holy.
Steve Kerr.
Holy.
Bro, Steve
The
Kerr.
whole time he did that on purpose. That's the crazy part.
Oh God, I did it.
Yeah,
I did not. I did not. Steve Kerr is a better.
I think CP3 is like the only thing he has is they have like a bunch of young guys, weird vets, like a weird group of guys. I think Chris Paul is enough of a leader to somehow pull these guys together to flow something. What that is, I don't know. But I do think that Chris Paul is experienced enough, played with enough different teams, enough different guys, that he could somehow pull together some sort of sufficient offense after this.
They can attack anything that they really need. Like, they still need front court help and wing help. Like, I think they're missing on those two front part. Like, Rudy Gay and Saric is cool and all, but we don't know how they're gonna fit. Like, they don't have no
Dario Saric. I'm sorry. Dario Saric is not cool.
It's names, but they ain't really attacked what they needed. Like, they're not. If they win 45 games, I'd be surprised.
I do not like Dario Saric. I don't know why. He bounces around for no reason. Like, he becomes this hot name for no reason.
Did you say something, Q? All right. I actually like the whole Chris Paul thing. I think it does go away from their brand of basketball, but I think it'll actually be decent for the Warriors. Maybe if stuff gets too rambunctious, you have one of the greatest playmakers ever to slow stuff down, and then you're packaging one of the greatest playmakers with the greatest shooter ever. I just don't see how that doesn't work offensively. Now, defense.
Chris Paul, this isn't 10 years ago. That's why.
He's still a great playmaker.
When you say greatest playmaker,
I'd still say great.
Curry's still the greatest shooter of all time. Chris Paul is nowhere near his prime. So you're saying that like this is Chris Paul and Curry in their prime. This is
I don't think their problem was offense.
He doesn't.
I don't think they need
I was just about to say that. The problem was
never more playmaking. They have enough.
Yeah, that's what I was.
They have Steph and Drake. I don't think they need more playmaking.
No, that's what I was. That was what I was about to get into. On the offensive end, I don't see them taking a hit. I think that won't be too bad on the offensive end. But then again, Chris Paul doesn't affect the game like he used to. Chris Paul was able to defend. He's not able to do that anymore because of age and just how the game has moved on. He's small, all that type of stuff. So, but Jordan Poole also wasn't the greatest defender, like at all.
Oh no,
who would you rather have on defense, Jordan Poole or Chris Paul?
Yeah, give me 40-year-old CP3. Give me 50-year-old CP3.
They're the same level to me, honestly.
No, Jordan Poole's stunk.
The defense is no. I don't think Jordan Poole's a better defender than Chris Paul. So honestly, I don't think it's a bad pickup. Does it go against the grain of how the Warriors play? A little bit, but I think it can actually serve them a purpose. It can actually work in their benefit if they just use him correctly.
I think it's just the way they get him, like the way they got Chris Paul. If they would have signed him as like a mid-level free agent, all right, cool. Like I'm really not thinking twice about it. Sure, like I think a lot of teams want to bring Chris Paul in on like a mid-level exception, right? But like the way you bring him in, and like I'm not saying Jordan Poole is a valuable player, but like he's a big part of their finals run. You'd want to at least, if you trade him, you'd want to get some sort of value for him. You had to attach like a first-round pick in order to get his contract off your team. So I just think the way they got him kind of adds to why I don't think it's a great pickup, or I don't agree with the move at all.
Corey Joseph is a good pickup too.
It was okay. I mean, like I said, like
still not
this team
anything need. They need.
Yeah, they
need bigs. They need bigs.
Yeah, their big man situation isn't really good. Their wing depth situation is really good. I mean, unless we're gonna talk about breakout players, so I don't want to talk too much about that. But actually, I think their biggest problem with their bench, that was one of their biggest problems. Their starting five was the best starting five in NBA statistically. Like they were the best. They had the highest net rating. They were one of the best defensive teams. They were one of the best offensive teams in the NBA. And so Chris Paul right now is starting. I think that is going to hurt that because while they're probably going to stay as good as they were offensively, they will get worse defensively. If Kayvon Looney is not starting, they will get worse defensively on offense. So I'm still worried about their bench because I don't know what Kuminga's going to be. I don't know what Moody's going to be. Dario Saric doesn't move me. They had that scoring punch off the bench, which was Jordan Poole. And if Chris Paul is starting, you lose that. So this team, like I said, got worse. And I'm not really high on them for
You're saying if he came off the bench, who would be that scoring punch?
Chris Paul?
No, exactly. Oh. No. Their bench is already bad, but you lose Jordan Poole, who was the best part of your bench. And now you replace that with Chris Paul, who's going to start and make the team worse defensively. And now you don't have that scoring punch off the bench unless you think Brandon Pod to that step year one. We can talk about Kuminga as possibly a breakout player,
bro,
but as a scorer, I don't see him.
Bro, you could mix up.
What?
You can do a whole bunch of stuff.
What? The bench being bad?
You can't.
No, I'm talking about like scoring. You could mix stuff up with lineups. Like I don't think it's that complicated.
Klay Thompson's not the same guy he is now. It's like when Steph Curry gets off that court, their offense is going to go bad. When the Jordan Poole was there, it was still bad, but Jordan Poole could get a bucket. Could it be an inefficient bucket? Could it not be the best shot sometimes? Yeah, sure. But they don't even have that anymore. So when Steph Curry has to go sit on the bench, their offense is not, I don't want to say stagnant. I have not seen them play yet. I have not watched their preseason game, but their offense is going to fall down a cliff, in my opinion.
So would you say that the Warriors dynasty is over? Is it?
I mean, what T said, this is a recent year. You have Steph Curry on your team. He's the greatest point guard of all time. I can't say their dynasty is over yet.
I'm not going to lie.
They're not winning anything this year.
I don't know. I guess it's stupid, but I think like the Warriors dynasty is over, but like the Steph dynasty is still riding, if that makes sense. If they win,
it doesn't make sense at all. I don't even know what that means.
I'm sorry.
I was say that was actually stupid. That was actually dumb.
No, but he just mean like if you get another player with Steph, they could probably still win a chip. That's all he's saying. Like maybe Clay and Draymond not there, but
I feel like that goes into the Warriors dynasty.
Clay and Dre is dead.
No, the dynasty. I get what you're saying. The dynasty is Steph and is Clay and Dre.
Like Steph, Clay, and Dre. If they win another championship, I'm sorry, no thanks to Steph to Clay and Dre at this point in time.
But Steph and somebody else could probably win a chip.
Like it's Steph. If you put another offensive player, and you still have Wiggins, like I think you could put something together. Like, I don't think this idea that, like, the Splash Bros is dead. The three, whatever, from the 2015-16 Warriors, like, that dynasty is gone. I'm sorry. That's not coming back.
Look. If the Warriors somehow get Joel Embiid, that whole step should go with.
Like, if you get Joel Embiid and you trade Draymond and Clay in the process, right? Like, I think you're back to, like, okay, it's a dynasty, but, like, I'm not looking at the dynasty.
That goes into a Warriors dynasty if you get them.
Because when I'm thinking of the Warrior dynasty, I'm thinking of Steph, Clay, Dre. Those three guys are sticking with it. And I'm not thinking of.
I think that's more of an era. I think that's more of an era dying. I wouldn't say like.
I get what he's saying. He's saying, like, for example, the Spurs dynasty. The Spurs dynasty in the early was Tim Duncan, Manu, and Tony Parker. If Kawhi actually stayed and the Spurs got some other guy, he was saying that wouldn't be a part of that Tim Duncan, Manu, Ginobili era. That's just Kawhi on his own, basically.
Yeah, so but it would still be the Spurs dynasty, though.
Okay.
It would be a Spurs dynasty. It's just an era ending.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
I'm not wrong way. Yeah, man, era. The Splash Brothers era is over. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
All right, so we really talked about the major storylines. So we can hop into the over/under. So we
I do want to ask y'all though. Hold on. I do want to ask, like, y'all think they should extend Klay Thompson after the season?
No.
I mean, like, if you're trying to be nice, if you're trying to be cool, like, all right, like, you've done a lot for us, like, cool. But, like, if you're trying to stay competitive, no, it makes no sense.
So don't extend Klay Thompson.
The only reason to do it is to keep Steph happy. If that's what Steph wants, you do it. At this point in time, do whatever Steph wants. He's the only reason you're going to stay relevant.
I personally think Steph, Clay, and Draymond are all going to retire at the same time, so they will be giving him extension. I don't think they're going to let him walk. There's no way. After all the stuff he went through, the injuries, the return, the championship. After that, they're not letting Clay walk.
Okay, we can get into the over/under. I got instructed. We got them at 48.5 wins. So we started with Latif last time. So
Do over under and also your breakout players too. I know I said mine, but do your over under breakout players.
Oh yeah. All right, yeah. So do over and under, and then your breakout players. We can start with Max on this one.
Under, and then I'll take Wiggs. Hopefully, take a step up, but Brandon Pod. I think he'll whatever. It's a
I
valuable
feel like
pick.
that's gonna be pretty consensus.
Maybe.
Q.
Under breakout player, like it's most likely Pods or Wiggins. Pods should be getting a lot of he probably is gonna fill that Dante role, like between Dante and a little bit of Poole. I don't think he's gonna handle the ball that much, but he definitely can get a lot of catch and shoot looks in that offense. And Wiggins, not fully healthy because it's not like he was like hurt or anything. But Wiggins for a full season, he'll probably be right up there as a top defender, like wing defender, and he's probably still gonna give you the same 18 points per game. However you do it, not super inefficient. Just one of the better two-way players in the league. So it's between one of them two.
I'm gonna go under.
Zay?
You're
not. It was Zay's turn.
I go under, but I go right under. I'll say like 45, 44. Who do I have for their breakout? Their team stinks. I'll just say Kuminga though.
It's not a bad player. All right, Tiff, you go.
They're gonna go under. I think they're going about 44 games, probably maybe like 43. I think this team's gonna be a playing team. Honestly, I think I did some standings. I think they're gonna be like a 7 seed. Breakout player is gonna be Kuminga. But
sorry, there was 3 teams in the playoffs with 44 wins though last year. Like not playing. The Lakers.
I think the West got better, so it might be different. The West got better, so that might be a little bit different this year.
Like everyone in the West or top heavy?
Like
the Wolves are gonna be better this year.
I think as teams get better, other teams get worse. Like, do we really think Memphis is a 2 seed this year? Like, I think they can.
Yeah, but they're still gonna be above the Warriors.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not.
Keep going, Latif. Sorry.
The breakout player is gonna be Jonathan Kuminga. I think Chris Paul being there is really gonna benefit him. I think Chris Paul should come out the bench to benefit Kuminga to give him easy looks. Kuminga still has so much raw potential. Like he's still one of the craziest athletes on their team outside of like Andrew Wiggins. He's super explosive. I don't know if his shot creation or jump shot is gonna be able to come along, or really his playmaking, but they need a big year out of him because if they don't, then he's gonna probably get moved at the deadline for like him and Chris Paul to be a part of a package. I can see happening because I think if Kuminga doesn't break out this year, they might give up on him.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. I like Kuminga. Yeah, I'll probably say right under. Probably say like 46, 45, somewhere around there. And then my breakout player is gonna be Pods.
Okay, one more.
Ready to hop into the Suns?
Well, hold on, one more thing about the Warriors. Reason why, Max, if you look at the thing, the Warriors were barely not a playing team. They were 1 game above. The Nuggets are still going to be better than them. I'm going to hold off on the Grizzlies. The Kings are still going to be better than them regular season. Suns going to be better than them regular season. Clippers going to be better than them regular season. Lakers going to be better than them regular season. Timberwolves, Pelicans, and the Thunder all have the potential to be better than them regular season, along with the Grizzlies. So,
but I also think the Warriors have the potential to be better than teams like Sacramento, like Memphis, if they don't get a good start.
Right? You think the Warriors have a better chance to be better than the Kings regular season?
I think I will trust Steph over majority of the players in the league. The Warriors showed it for years. I'm fine. Like if it's a 5-6 seed, cool. I don't think either team's finishing like top 3.
The Warriors still have the best starting lineup in the NBA.
I still think Golden State could definitely compete with Sacramento with a better regular season record. I don't think it's out of the question, at least.
Okay, I guess.
I think they'll try a lot. Hold on. I think they'll try a lot more this year because they know if they're a 6 seed again, they're going to lose in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to hop into one of the most, storied teams this past season. Suns. Just talk about their additions. They get Bradley Beal, Yusuf Nurkic. The fact that you spelled that wrong is crazy. Yuta Watanabe, Eric Gordon, Nazir Little, Grayson Allen, and Bobo. and then they lost DeAndre Ayton and Chris Paul. I'm gonna start with Q on this one. Q, how you feel?
It's mixed because I don't think like they lost a lot. Like, who is Chris Paul? Like, who's Chris Paul really right now for real? Like, he's not like this. I understand you might want a point guard with this team because there's no natural point guard, but it's like they got technically they got three offensive juggernauts damn near that could go get a bucket. Like, that's it. Like, they don't need Chris Paul to set them up because they can each just go get a bucket. And they're not the worst playmakers in the world. Like, Devin Booker is a plus playmaker. Bradley Beal can play make. KD, he's not a great playmaker, but he can do enough by himself as just a scorer that he attracts that much gravity that they're going to be able to generate a bucket. The only problem with this team really at the face is health and defense. And I don't think three players are going to be out at the same time. Like, 9 times out of 10, they're going to have two of their top 3 players on the court at all times. And if whatever combination that is, they should still win a lot of games. DeAndre Ayton, the gap between him and Yusuf Nurkic isn't that large, so they lost a player that didn't want to be there for a player that's just going to play. Eric Gordon, Yuta, Nasir Little, Grayson, they added like players that can play some defense, can still shoot the ball, go space the floor, because they did have a problem shooting on the wing between Okogie and Torrey Craig being, shooting up brick houses. Like, they should be fine. The only problem, like I said, the only problem I got with this team is health.
And defense.
Yeah, I say the same thing. I say that. Were you gonna say something too?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I say the same thing. Your losses aren't really losses. Chris Paul didn't provide much. DeAndre Ayton didn't want to be there, so now you have him off your books. You add Yusuf Nurkic again. He's not the Nurk from like 2018, 2019, but he's a decent player. Like you said, you probably do want a playmaker for this team, but we've seen Bradley Beal take on a playmaker role with the Wizards, and he wasn't bad. I don't know about Devin Booker being a playmaker. I just don't know that much about it. But
Devin Booker has been a good playmaker. He played the one for this team like many times. Like, he can play make. He started the whole season basically playing point guard.
Okay, so you have people who can step up into that spot, but you get a lot of depth. I'd say. Bobo doesn't move the needle, but you get Sear Little, Grayson Allen, Eric Gordon. We talked about Nurkic, and then Watanabe. I feel like that's pretty good. They filled out their roster. Depth was looking like a major problem earlier in the offseason and at the end in the playoffs. So they fixed some of those issues. So as long as they can stay healthy, I don't know, man. This could be a Western Conference Finals team. Max, if you want to say something.
Yeah, I'm not a Suns fan. I was last year when they made the KD trade, I was worried about their depth. Obviously, it was a big issue. With that all being said, though, I love their offseason. I agree with Q. They didn't really lose much in the grand scheme of things. If they lost anything, they lost with Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges and got KD. I'm not really sweating losing campaign Chris Paul, Ayton right now with the pieces they got. I would like a point guard. I would like to have a true point guard just for different sets. I think bring them off the bench, that's fine. Sorry, but I would like to have different looks sometimes. But the shooting they added, I think the pieces overall they added, we'll get into the player that I like the most on that team. I think it takes the pressure off of guys like D-Book and Beal and KD. As much as they take pressure off each other, when you have shooting and you have other guys on the team who can help, we saw that in the semifinals. It was KD and Book versus Denver. Like, it wasn't really anyone else putting an effort. So to get those other guys, some experience, obviously some not. Nurkic, I don't know. Nurkic kind of goes either way for me. It's kind of a wash for me right now as far as the Nurkic Ayton thing. But just gave them more flexibility to go out and get other guys. Yeah, I don't know. I like the experience you get with Eric Gordon. Yuta shot 44% from 3 last year. Great. Grayson Allen had whatever. He got championship experience. I think some players in this team could definitely help out, obviously, come playoff time. So I love this offseason. I think they'll be very good this year.
No, it's scary. This team is very scary. To think that this team was They took the Nuggets to 6, and they got a lot better in the offseason. They got Bradley Beal for Chris Paul. They got Yusuf Nurkic, who's probably going to play better than DeAndre Ayton did just because the simple fact that DeAndre Ayton didn't want to be there. And DeAndre Ayton was terrible defensively and offensively last season. They fill out their roster with a lot of good pieces. I don't know how many of these pieces can actually play in the playoffs. I'm not convinced that Devin Booker can play point guard full time for them the entire season. So I think that is a little bit of a hole that they don't actually have a traditional point guard. But Bradley Beal and Devin Booker can both play make. I do agree with that point. But yeah, the losses wasn't too crazy. It's really much of what you guys said. I think defense will be concerned, but they did hire Frank Vogel, who is one of the best defensive coaches in the NBA. This team's ceiling is the finals. I think they can beat the Nuggets. I think they can beat the Lakers. Would I pick them to beat them? No. But you got to think about it. This team took the Nuggets to 6 without.
I got a question.
Bradley Beal.
How much you think it costs to get Tyus Jones?
That's what I like, especially on a team like Washington who's not care much.
A second.
Yeah. Say like around trade deadline. How much you think, or even a little bit before, how much you think it will cost to go get Tyus Jones?
I'm not gonna lie. Might be. I don't know if we're talking best team in the league, but if you can get just for the different looks, if you can get a guy like Tyus Jones, just for different looks, just if you don't want to keep him in crunch time, that's fine. But to have the ability to have a true point guard be huge. I think would a first be crazy? A first for Tyus Jones?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have a first. I don't even know if they have a first to trade.
If he's worth the first,
I would throw a first.
That means you could get him for. You could probably get him for 2 seconds. Second round picks are valuable now. You could probably get him for 2 seconds, maybe 3. The Suns got 3 second round picks.
They got enough depth pieces where they could honestly throw it at him. You could throw if Grayson Allen isn't cutting it, you could throw a Grayson Allen, I think, in a second and not worry about it. Or 2 seconds. It's fine.
A few seconds would be worth it. Yeah, not no first though. Not first. No, they only have one to give.
I'm sorry. I think if they had a first, if you do a first round pick for Tyus Jones for this year, I'm not hating that pick at all.
I give up 2 seconds in a player. Somebody like Yuta or your Nasir Little. 2 seconds in Nasir Little.
No, why to say we? That's crazy. Don't give up Yuta.
I wouldn't even want to go a little.
Yuta's valuable.
Yeah, but this team concerns is healthy defense. Healthy defense is a concern for this team, but the sky's the limit for this team. They're definitely one of the contenders, high contenders in the NBA right now. We got to just see on paper. And KD is KD. You got to stay healthy, and hopefully he can play better than he did in the last 2 playoff runs. So, yeah.
Zay, you got anything?
He just wants a reaction. He wants reaction. Q. I'm glad you didn't give it to him.
He always healthy come playoff time. And him playing bad is still better than 90% of the league in the playoffs. So
I didn't say that it wasn't the case. That's true, but he doesn't get to play better though in the playoffs.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, the past 2 times has been him and whoever against a whole roster, just them two going at it. There's a third player now. You can't load up with the side on Devin Booker or KD. Leave Bill open if you want to. Like there's no way they're going to be able to defend that. Like nobody's going to be able to defend that.
They was letting Booker cook last year. They was doubling KD. So I mean,
but you can't double KD. But now you
I know.
You can't leave none of them on the island by themselves.
I'm just sending heavy help. I'm sending heavy help to whoever is guarding Nurkic. I'm gonna force them 3 to play make. That's the. If I'm going against the Suns in the playoffs, I'm sending help from Nurkic and whoever else stays on the floor. I'm going to make them pass the ball. I'm going to make them play make a lot. They're going to get their buckets. They're going to kill you, yes. But make them work on defense, send a whole bunch of traps, try to tire them out, and then attack them on the defense end because I think you can score on Bill. I think you can score on Book. You can score on KD too. So just make them work, bro. That's the moves.
Well, you can score on anybody.
Let's go.
I don't think I have much to add what y'all said. I don't disagree with anything y'all said. The only thing I will say is I do think this year Western Conference playoffs is going to be one of the most entertaining playoffs in a while. So that's really all I got to say.
All right, we can hop into your over under and then give us a breakout player. Okay, so we have them at 51.5 wins. Over under Teeth, and then give me a breakout player.
Over under, I think they probably go over. They might win between like 52 and 55. I expect this team to do really, really good in the regular season. They're built for the regular season. They've been one of the best regular season teams over the past three seasons with Chris Paul and Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. I don't think that changes. A breakout player, I'll probably have to say Yuta. Yuta continues to break out. He's gonna be an integral part of this team. Continue to be a great 3-point shooter. They don't really have many candidates. They have a lot of veterans on this roster, so I'll go Yuta Watanabe.
All right, Zay.
I go over. I have them in the Nuggets competing for that 1 seed in the regular season. Breakout player. This is not a breakout player. I'll say I feel like it's more of an X factor in the playoffs. But Bradley Beal has never been a third option in his career. And I don't know. I just feel like he's going to be really, 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 really efficient this year. I'm not saying he's going to average 30 and be efficient, but he's going to be. I feel like there's no way he's not one of the most efficient players in the league this year. And I feel because everywhere, he's been the number one, kind of number two when he was playing with John Wall. But Bradley Beal, the number 3 option, I'm not going to lie, that is a very, very scary route for all the other teams in the Western Conference.
Okay. Q.
Go ahead, Matt.
Over and breakout. I got 2 guys. One is Yuta. It's obvious. Like I said, Yuta shot 44% from 3. I think defenses are going to be so focused on every other guy. Yuta's going to get open shots. Stop. I don't know if you're laughing at me, Q, but Yuta is going to ball. Yuta is that guy. I'm not worried about it. Yuta will be competing in the 3-point contest. He might have the best percentage this year. I'm not worried. 2, it's not really breakout, but Eric Gordon I think is going to be essential. I think his shot making. Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon. I think he played clutch moments with Houston when Harden was there. I think we'll see that. He's got playoff experience. I think in crunch time, they won't call upon him, but if they need him to hit shots, I think Eric Gordon will be there.
Yeah, you didn't watch the Clippers Sun series, obviously.
I don't think really he's been good the past 2 years on bum teams. I'm sorry. If guys are injured, I'm not relying on him to shoot. But if you have three elite scores,
I get what you're saying, but
he was a shot chucker in his last 2 years in Houston. He didn't want to be there. If you're on a team with 3 elite scores,
and he still was inefficient and bad on defense.
If I have 3 elite scores and I need Eric Gordon to go out here and hit 3 threes, I'm not worried about it.
I watched him on the Clippers in the playoffs where we needed him to hit shots, and he's bricking everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because he's like one of your top shooters. Phoenix doesn't necessarily need him. Yeah, they have KD, they have Book, they have Beal, they have Yuta. I'm throwing Yuta in that conversation. He's a shooter. I'm not worried.
Did you pick? I'm not worried. Who did you pick? You picked who as your breakout player?
You stole my pick. I said Yuta.
You stole my Yuta
pick. But I said,
you said Eric Gordon
going to be a set. I said he will be key in the playoff run.
I don't think that's a bad take. Q.
Thanks, Jay.
Hit the over. It's probably gonna be in like that 53 to 56 range. And breakout player, it's not really a breakout, but it's Bradley Beal. You gonna see him like people gonna put some like a little bit more respect on Bradley Beal's name because they're gonna see exactly what he looks like when he's the 3rd best player on the team. And it show like clearly he's a plug and play guy. Like you could damn it fit on any team. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. He's gonna face your 3rd best defender most nights, and he's gonna fry him. So, good luck.
Yeah, I say I see the Suns probably getting around like 55, 56 wins. See them getting around like 55, 56 wins. Probably say my breakout player is probably gonna be like Yuta or Nas Little. So yeah, we can move on to the next team if you're ready. You got the Clippers. All right, yeah, we got the Clippers. They didn't have too many additions, and they didn't have too many losses. Josh Primo, KJ Martin, and Kobe Brown. And then they lost
Sorry,
Eric Gordon.
the additions are crazy.
It's
like,
crazy. I'm not gonna
like,
look.
I'm sorry.
Josh
Let's not even talk about the.
Josh Primo
They added nobody.
absolutely ridiculous.
They added nobody. Like, I don't know why we're talking about this.
Y'all wait.
I'm sorry.
That's not true. That's not true.
Can y'all wait until we get Harden? Please let us cook. Let us cook.
Listen. I know the James Harden trade, like, that's a topic. Like, I know that, like, we're gonna get into that, but you can afford to lose Terrence Mann if you have KJ Martin. Like, you're not losing much between Terrence Mann and KJ Martin. KJ Martin is damn near what Terrence Mann is, just as athletic. You don't watch Rockets games. That's why you're doing that.
Terrence Mann a little bit. Terrence Mann is.
Wait a minute, no. First of all, I know what KJ Martin is. He is a athletic player. I mean, but like Terrence Mann can shoot.
He can shoot.
Can
KJ shoot?
Yeah,
Athletic player.
What's
They
KJ
don't-
shooting
I thought
three?
KJ
The
could shoot.
Clippers don't need another shooter, bro. They don't. That's not what they missing. They're not missing another shooter.
Anyways, let's talk about the Clippers. I don't even know where to begin. With or without James Harden, this team is winning the championship. And now I'm not.
Can we talk non-delusionally? Like, please, like, I'm serious.
I'm not talking delusionally. I'm not. I'm being so
Yo,
serious.
they're not gonna take it serious, bro.
I'm being serious. You have the best
They're
two
not gonna
wing
take it
defenders in the
serious,
NBA.
bro.
Off that alone, we could compete with anybody. We have the best two wing defenders in the NBA. I don't care. We're a team that
The
can go
best two
against
wing
the Suns.
defenders in the NBA.
Kawhi and PG on D, but and K, we're one of the few teams who could do that. So that way, we're competing with any team just like that in general. Off that alone,
Adrian Brown.
I don't know what's funny. I don't know what's funny.
Stop. I'm not. I'll let you go because I got to Q go in a second. I just want to say one thing. Like, I like the Clippers. I love PG. He's like my favorite player in the league. Like, health. If health is an issue for one team, it's the Clippers. It's every year. That's fine. But, like, again, we have not – this is the one team we have seen nothing from because they can't play in the playoffs together. We've at least seen Milwaukee win a championship. We've seen Jason Tatum go to a finals. Like, this team is so – it's a question mark because we don't know. I don't know how you can comfortably say that this is a dead finals team when you have Boston. I don't see a world where they have to run through Denver, two of Denver, Phoenix, and LA, and then run through – Boston or Milwaukee, and Kawhi and PG are still playing basketball. Like, they get injured all the time, and it sucks. But, like, I just don't see a world where they can steamroll those three guys in the West and then beat one of the East juggernauts. Like, I don't know. If they're healthy, maybe. But
I understand. I'm talking healthy. Obviously, I don't think we're going to win anything if Kawhi or PG Garrett. I understand it. And we're also a team where if one of our – like, if Zubac gets hurt, that hurts us a lot. Trust me. I understand that, and I get that. If we're going off healthy wise, I don't see a team beating them. Or I can see us beating any team in the West. I'll say that. I can see us beating any team in the West. Because our personnel, having the best two wing defenders in the NBA, that helps us a lot. That helps us compete with any team in the NBA off that alone.
Y'all don't got a point guard.
Don't play. Don't piss me off. Don't.
Oh, right.
Kawhi has one of the best defenders in
that was me.
I swear I forgot. No, I wasn't. I swear I did. I forgot he was on the team.
That was
God.
Like he wasn't carrying us in the
honestly,
first round. Like,
Russ was a dog.
Honestly, right now,
if Kawhi didn't, if Kawhi didn't get injured, I think that the Clippers could have actually made a run. If Paul George wasn't hurt, they could have actually made a run. Clippers can be deadly if and only if Paul George and Kawhi can stay healthy. But that is the biggest if. We know that is the biggest if in recent NBA history. So
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Besides Zion.
Second biggest.
If those things, if those things can fall in place, then I'm not too mad at what Zay is saying.
No, I'm not mad at it. They have the ability to win a championship, but like Kawhi Leonard had to go cyborg like 2019, 2021, and stay healthy.
Rain season, y'all don't understand. It's a rain season.
But first of all, I'm not going like we didn't go under the guys that are like perfectly healthy. Like that's not an actual thing that happens, and the Clippers won't be perfectly healthy. Even then, I don't think y'all still. Even then, even y'all stay perfectly healthy. Could y'all win a championship? Like, or could y'all make it to the finals? Yes. But would I pick the Lakers over here? I mean, the Nuggets over here out for sure. Because y'all have nothing. Y'all have Did you see when they played the Nuggets last year in the regular season? Y'all don't have any bigs to deal with Nikola Jokic at all. You can put PG on
He's
Jamal
throwing
Murray,
the two best wing defenders in the league on Jokic.
Yeah, what is that?
Like,
What does that even do?
I don't know why we're trying to be ironic, but we can have one on Murray, one with Zubac, and one double. Like, come on, we have things to figure this out. Let's come in. At one point, like let's not do this.
No, I don't. Nuggets are clearly a better team than the Clippers. Like clearly, even healthy, they're better than y'all. Jokic just give y'all fits when y'all saw them in the regular season. But anyways, yeah, I think the Lakers are a better team as well. Now y'all have beat us in the regular season a lot, yes, but we talking about playoff LeBron. It's a whole different situation. The team is just much better than y'all. Like I said, and y'all thought I was trolling when I said I don't got a point guard. I'm serious. It's the reason y'all going against James Harden. Like, it's the reason y'all trying to go against James Harden. To be the am I tripping? Q, am I tripping? Q, am I tripping? If Russell Westbrook was
James Harden is available to get, why not get him? What are you talking about?
If Russell Westbrook was this great point guard, y'all would be trying to go get James Harden.
That's James Harden wants the league Philadelphia.
James Harden wants.
Why would you not try to get him?
Bro, they not going
James Harden wants to be a Clipper,
bro. They not going to take it serious if we keep talking like this, bro. It's the Clippers, bro. Give it up.
Do you think what I'm saying is crazy about them not having a point guard? Because I feel like they still
Y'all
literally don't. Okay. For what reason was y'all trying to get Drew Holiday, another point guard? Like they've been in the market for point guards the entire offseason. No, stop talking because you literally said because they literally were trying to get Malcolm Brogdon too. And is Malcolm Brogdon that much?
These are all players who can play point guards. These are all players who can play shooting guard. Another position that we
so Russell's gonna start with them. Russell's gonna start with them in the lineup.
Why I need a shooting guard?
You have PG right now, you got PG.
You got PG and you got your man, Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann was starting that shooting guard.
Was Malcolm Brogdon going to start with Russell Westbrook? No, bro. Russell Westbrook was going to the bench. Y'all don't really have a point guard.
I think going to the bench is James Harden. Is Russell Westbrook? If we get James Harden, Russell will probably be on the bench.
Drew Holiday was going to start with Russell
together. Drew Holiday and Russell cut.
But they're not though. But they're not though. Drew Russell going to the bench.
I don't know why we're talking about hypotheticals. Right now, we're trying to get James Harden.
Nah, Drew and Russell on the same. On the court at the same time.
That sounds like a whole bunch of bricks in the playoffs. That's what it sounds like. And now, like I said, this is not a hypothetical situation. This is reality that they were trying to get Malcolm Brogdon. They're trying to get James Harden, and they were trying to get who else are they trying to get?
They had Malcolm. Hold on, they had Malcolm Brogdon until the trade fell through. They had him
exactly. They literally had Malcolm Brogdon. They were trying to get Drew Holiday, and they're trying to get James Harden. So you acting like they have a point guard is false. They literally looking to upgrade that position.
Regardless. Like,
no, he would not. No, he would not. Zay.
I'm saying right now, if we don't get Harden, we don't get any of those guys. He is still a serviceable starting point guard. I don't know why you're acting like he's not.
They're looking for
a serviceable starting point guard, bro.
They're looking to upgrade that from that.
And in the series last, like, why are we acting like he's just weak now? Like, please, like, I don't know why we're doing that,
bro.
I mean, to play devil's advocate, he kind of did have to. He had to provide that.
He's gonna be the third best player on the team, and he's not gonna be able to do none of that. He's not gonna have a ball like that. If you get James Harden, he's definitely not doing that. Like, that's just not gonna happen, bro. It's just not gonna happen.
We get James Harden, yeah. Russell go to the bench, and that makes our team even better. I don't understand why it's a bad thing for the Clippers to be trying to get James Harden.
You see Russell Westbrook in the back of
James Harden. Russell Westbrook will still be a starting point guard. We will still be a good team, regardless. James Harden or not.
Y'all don't have a point guard, bro. I'm not trolling.
All right. You got it.
It's gonna be a 2-week stretch during the season where you're running out Russell Westbrook, Terrence Mann, Norman Powell, Zubac, and Marcus Morris, and y'all gonna lose like 5 straight games. Like, that's a possibility that could happen. Like, that might just happen. Like, get crazy right now. It's the Clippers.
I mean, we all have our little fandoms, so I'm not too mad at what Zay got going on.
Y'all got it.
No. See, the thing that y'all don't know is Zay literally posted, he reposted a Russ Instagram post and then added him. That was actually crazy to me. That was very crazy. But we can get into the win totals.
Okay. Like, why are we being weird?
It was just a little strange to me. I don't know, bro. But we can go look at their over and under for wins. 45.5.
Smashed over.
Zay.
Smashed over. Give me 50.
Smashed over. Okay. Max.
If everyone's healthy, over. If they're not,
Okay, Q.
I'll just take the over.
Say something stupid. I want you to say something stupid. Go ahead. Say what you want to say.
No,
over.
Yeah. Say something stupid.
45 and a half.
Look.
He trolling. He trolling.
I'm gonna go with a cool under.
Yeah,
I'm also going under. I don't know why nobody's laughing. I don't know why nobody's laughing. This team is gonna be the Clippers are gonna be the play.
I'm gonna go with a cool under. And breakout thing, ain't nobody gonna break out on this team, bro. Like, who's gonna break out?
Yeah, the breakout. I agree. I don't have anyone breaking out right now.
Yeah. Think about it.
I'll go Kobe Brown. Or Terrence Mann can break out, you know.
Okay, I guess. No,
but this team will be a playing team. This will be a playing team, though.
I got them going over 46, 47.
Is it crazy to say this team could be in the play-in?
No.
I think a lot. If you think they could be 5, I think it's pretty easy. They could be 7. I don't think.
I feel like if you're saying under, then you're predicting what we've seen through the past couple of years. Just not health. Health not being on our side, all that type of stuff.
I'm hoping they'll be healthy, and I think if they are healthy, I'll say 46, 47 wins.
Healthy, I got them like 50, healthy, but you know how far that goes. All right. Nobody really had a breakout player. Latif, I think you said Kobe Brown.
Yeah.
We can hop into the last team.
He's a rookie. I doubt that, but go ahead.
All right, yeah. We can hop into the last team, Sacramento Kings. They added Chris Duarte, Nerlens Noel, Alex Len, and they didn't lose anything. So we saw a lot from the Kings. I know me and Latif, I don't really remember Max, but me and Latif did doubt them.
Yeah, I doubted them. I did not. Zay was the one guy who had them actually winning. I didn't think I thought they'd get 5 games, I think, or something to Golden State.
Yeah. So everybody but Zay doubted well, I can't really speak for Q because Q wasn't really with us at that time, but everybody doubted the Kings. So yeah, they didn't lose anything. All they did was add. So I guess that's pretty good for them. Nerlens Noel, he can defend. Chris Duarte, all I know him is as a scorer. So, and Alex Len, don't really remember too much about Alex Len. I feel like he's been in the league forever though. But yeah, there's really not too much to talk about.
Top 7 pick, by the way, right? Wasn't Alex Len like a top pick?
Yeah,
he was. With the Kings, is like Jaden said, it's not much to talk about. They didn't do a lot this offseason. The Regress' biggest headline is the year 2 Mike Brown. I know a lot of people are picking this team to regress. Vegas is picking this team to regress. Zay, while you was going, we gave you your flowers for your pick with them about the Warriors and Kings.
You believe in Sacramento.
I went to a 7-game series. Yeah, you believe in Sacramento.
Should have won.
That belief is over because they are going to regress this year. I think that they're going to be. They have the potential to be from. They were the 30 seed last year. I could see them falling from anywhere to 5 to like 7. I know you can see that a lot of West Conference teams.
Get them because they only had 48 wins last. I don't want to say only 48, but it's not. They didn't have. It's not like they won 57 games on some flu stuff. 48 is a win total I can see them hitting again.
I don't think.
But if you think about it though. The Vegas has them. Vegas has them regressing. Vegas has them regressing for a reason.
How many wins do they have them at?
44 is the line. Vegas has them regressing. A lot of people have them regressing.
I see them.
I don't know if it's as much of a regression as his other team just got better. You know what I mean? Like what we talked about before the pod. Sacramento just kind of stayed put, right? They rely on their guys to play well. As far as I have someone who I think is going to break out, but for the most part, it's like the Lakers got better. The Clippers could be healthy. The Timberwolves got better, right? Like you have other teams who are kind of like up in the ranks, hoping to get a little better. The Thunder are another year in, right? Like maybe the Pels are healthy this year. Like I don't think it's crazy for one of those teams to be this year's Sacramento, right? Put 2 and 2 together, make a better run. If the Pels are healthy, what's stopping them from making a run? Like you know what I'm saying? Like maybe not to the extent of a 3 seed, but one of those teams plays well this year. Anthony Edwards breaks out. Like they could easily take over that spot. So I just right now, like De'Aaron Fox played amazing. DeMontis Moses played okay, but like there's nothing special on that team that some of these other teams have, right? They don't have Anthony Edwards sitting there. They don't have Shea sitting there. They don't have whatever Chet with them. They don't have Zion and Bi tandem. You know what I mean? Like I feel like these other teams have more potential to break out than them.
And let me tell you, this is the same exact, not the same exact. This is the same logic y'all had to use why the Warriors would beat them. They don't have a Steph Curry. They don't have the experience. They did
beat them though. They did beat them though.
Okay, you're right. But I'm saying you guys just thought it was gonna be a quick series or whatever. My point is, they're just a good team that's well coached, and in the NBA, and that can work. And I feel like that you guys right now we're in a superstar league where you kind of every team has a Dame and a Giannis. The team's got Kawhi and PJ, they got LeBron and AD. Sometimes there is a team that just well coached that has just a lot of good overall players. And in my opinion, that's the Kings. So I don't see them going.
That only gets you so far, right? Like
okay, but we're talking about regular season right now anyway. I don't think anybody has to win a championship.
I'm just saying that was Denver. That was Denver for me for years, right? That was Denver for me for years, right? And Denver was a well-coached team. Jokic was a great player. Jamal Murray was good, but they never got over that hump. And I get we're talking about regular season, I understand, but they hit that hump. They win the finals, right? Now they show Jokic is the top 2 player in the league. You have 1 or 2, right? Like they are a well-coached team. Their players are great, but they have the it factor. Like Sacramento, if De'Aaron Fox goes down, if Sabonis goes down, like no one, I don't think the team is good enough to pick up the pace. You know what I'm saying? Like I get they're well coached.
I don't think I
don't think like I just think like if I guess if Fox is an off night, same thing with any team. But I just don't see like that team still competing with the likes of, especially with what Phoenix did, with what Denver is, with LA. Like those other teams are making moves and they're jumping them. You know what I mean? Like they already had the top guys, and now they're just adding to that, right? They're taking so they took what they were lacking, right? The Warriors didn't have depth, right? They had the top guys, didn't have depth. Now these other teams are adding the depth to their stars, right? Or getting stars to add to their depth. You know what I'm saying? Like Sacramento said nothing. They're just hoping that it's going to work out.
I get that. I'm just saying in terms of playoffs, that's why nobody has Sacramento doing anything in the playoffs because of this A factor.
Yeah,
I'll go in a regular season, and me personally, it could work in a regular season because they are a well-coached team. You're talking about making the jump. Jokic, that's what the Nuggets were. But the Nuggets were always just a good regular season team. Then they finally did some in the playoffs. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about strictly regular season. And we've seen in the past teams that are well-coached that don't lose to these lose a random Rockets game for just cause to lose to the Wizards 2 times in the season. When you're just a well-coached team, you don't drop a lot of those easy games. You win a lot of those easy games, and then you do win some of those hard-fight games when they have to play the Suns 4 times a year, or they have to play the Clippers 4 times a year, or they got to play the Lakers 4 times a year. And because they didn't drop a lot of those easy games, regular season-wise, I still have them as a top 5, top 4 seed.
I like Max's point. I think Max, you got to stick to the point. Don't go outside of that point. Other teams got better than them. The Lakers got better than them. The Wolves got better than them. You start talking about health and a whole bunch of other stuff, bro. That has nothing.
I was gonna say you're laughing.
You talking about. Go ahead.
I was just laughing at you trying to coach me through my argument. That's all. That sounds like.
No, I'm just saying, like you start saying stuff about A factor. You start saying stuff about health. It's just simple as the Timberwolves are. I think could potentially be better than them. I think the Clippers could be better than them this year. I think the Lakers can be better than them. I think the Suns can be better than them. These are all teams that were worse than them in the regular season last season. So I think the Kings will regress. The under is 45 basically. I think they'll probably be around 43 wins. I think they're gonna take a step back.
I think they're six. They still they're a top playing team.
Maybe like between 5 and 7. I think they could potentially be better than the Warriors in the playoffs.
6, 7.
But this is year 2 of Mike Brown. But they still have the same issues as last year. I think De'Aaron Fox is not going to get much better than what he was last season. And you think about this team, they were one of the best fourth quarter teams in the NBA last season solely because of De'Aaron Fox and his clutch time play. Is that going to be repeatable? We don't know. Probably not. So I can see this team taking a dip. They still have the defense issues. They're still a pretty young team. I think De'Aaron Fox has really hit his peak, honestly. So that's why I see this team regressing a little bit.
I get it.
All right, we good?
It's time to hop into the over under.
Oh yeah, let me go first. I'll pick my breakout player too. I'm going under. I think that's 6, 7. I think 5, 6, 7 is fine. I'll say 6, 7.
I didn't even say the number.
Sorry, Latif said it.
Oh, you did?
It's 44.5.
Latif, yeah, 44.5. And that puts them with last year's playoff standings. That puts them right in between being a playoff and play-in team. But my breakout player, give me Davion Mitchell. I think he takes another step this year. Defensively, they will need guys to guard people in the West, and I think Davion Mitchell played well last year. I think he'll take another step this year.
All right, Zay?
Give me the over. Give me the barely over. I see them 46, 45. Nothing crazy. I don't see them getting 50 wins, but I can see them getting 45, 46. And give me for their breakout player, Keegan Murray.
All right, Chief.
I'm gonna go under. I think they give out 43, 42 wins. Like I said, I see like a 5-game or so regression. Breakout player. Keegan Murray really broke out, but that's they really don't have too many options. Yeah. I think he'll probably just continue what he did last year. Him breaking out more would just be him like being able to create a shot a little bit more, and I don't know if that's gonna be a thing.
But if he starts taking Harrison Barnes scoring, like he could take more scoring. You know what I'm saying? He could take more of the offensive role, like being a better shooter, scoring more points. Like I think if they give the ball to him more, why can't he not take Kevin Hurt or Harrison Barnes minutes?
Him scoring more points will be due to him like becoming a better shot creator, like creating for himself out the dribble. Him just being a catch and shoot player is going to be getting the same amount of touches, because a lot of attention will be on who is on now. I don't got a breakout player, but I think Malik Monk could be a 6-man of the year type player this season.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go and say right under the under, like 44. Yeah, this team really broke out because of De'Aaron Fox. He kind of had a breakout year, but I don't know how far that's gonna go. He kind of probably did see the peak of De'Aaron Fox. I don't know how much further he can push it. Hopefully he can. I don't know, but to me, I think this is the furthest he'll go. So just going off of that, I think that they'll probably be around that 44 game mark. They could possibly make noise in the playoffs. I don't know, but
that's why I don't
wraps up there.
I had them being the first round exit, no matter who they play.
Okay, so if they played the Warriors again, you think they would still lose?
Yeah. The only way they play the Warriors is if it would be maybe like 4 or 5, but I don't see that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe being in the first round, but they're not doing anything in the second round. Second round exit is their peak for sure. That's literally the most they can do. And that was their peak last year. So that's why I think them not getting better hurts. They have the same ceiling. Second round exits. Now this year they're also at most a second round exit. That's where them not getting better hurts me. In the regular season, I don't see them. I see what you're talking about with the De'Aaron Fox stuff. He was going crazy in the fourth quarter a lot, but I still have them winning the same amount of games or still being a top 4 seed. I don't see them playing top 5 at the lowest. And then with that, I can maybe a few teams in the first round, but at the most, you're not beating any of those teams in the second round. So that's why I feel like them not getting better hurts.
Okay, that wraps up this video, the season previews. This was the Pacific Division. I don't know what division we're gonna be doing next, but appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, if you haven't followed, socials are at the top. What are you doing, bro? It's been like 6, 7 months, bro. Lock in. But appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for supporting. We're gonna be back at y'all with another episode, more videos, all that. So we out.